Hello. It's another week. It's another fun day of training. And you guys, I am fresh off the heels of my leadership retreat. My cup, I'm not going to lie, my cup feels so full right now in this very moment. As exhausted as I physically am, and I probably look, I wouldn't trade this week for anything. A lot of you know I'm a pretty busy woman, right? Like I've got my husband, I've got my youngest who is going on 15. Getting ready to go into high school. There's a lot of stuff that's transitioning there. I've got my grandson, I've got my daughter, I've got my son who's doing a lot of great things. I personally I decided that I was going to finish my RN. So I am finishing nursing school. I originally started nursing school in 2005. Yeah, 2005. And then, you know, life, kids, work, all the things happened. And I stepped back. And this year, it was late 2023. And I was like, I'm going to give this year to me. I'm going to finish something that I started that I should have finished a long time ago. And that was my RN. I've been on my whole weight loss journey. That's been happening. And then I had this leadership retreat this past week. And honestly, I got home at, it was probably about 3 a.m. This morning. So I got in pretty dang early. But I had to get up. I had to share some of what I was able to soak up while I was there this past week. So for those of you who don't know, I, with our superstar director, so if you're watching and you're not on YouTube and this is your team, right? Like our superstar director is Tracy DeMario. And every year she's been doing she collaborates with 3 other SSDs and they do a leadership retreat. The very first year was in Orlando and I was all set to go. And then I had some people that I was with in Scentsy that kind of changed my mind. And I let them kind of get into my way of thinking. And I backed out at the last second and I didn't go. Which, you know, life goes on, right? Like everything was fine. I didn't really notice anything. And then the next year, last year, the opportunity came up again. Hey, we're doing this leadership retreat. You know, it's number 2 from the one that we had last year. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't go to last year, but maybe I'll go. And I ended up going. And I will tell you that it completely changed my way of thinking. We talk a lot, if you are involved with Scentsy, we talk a lot about going to events, right? We talk a lot about world tour. We talk a lot about SFR. If I had to pick anything out of SFR, world tour, this leadership retreat, I would pick this leadership retreat 100,000 times over. Obviously, SFR would be number 2 because it is right up there. But here's the thing when it comes to this leadership retreat. It is 25 people who are a superstar consultant or above that are actively working their business, and the SSD reaches down to them and invites them, right? So it's like on an invite-only basis. So you have to be actively working your business to even get invited. And that's if you can make the dates work, if you can commit to the time, the travel, all the things, right? And because I went last year and I had such an amazing experience, I was like, this year, I have to go. I have to go. I didn't go to World Tour. I didn't go to World Tour this past year because my grandson, because of my work, because of school, because of all of the things I had going on. But I was like, I am making the leadership retreat, and I am making SFR. These are my non-negotiables in my business, along with doing this weekly training, right? These are my non-negotiables. I'm making this happen. And I will tell you that, yes, it was a big sacrifice, not only taking time off from work to be able to go, because we drove down. It was in Concan, Texas, which I'm not going to lie, until Friday last week, I had Tuesday last week, Monday last week, whatever it was. I had absolutely no idea where the heck we were even going. I just knew it was Texas. Those of you who don't know, Texas is a big state. There's a lot of room in Texas. We were almost to the border in Texas. We were down there by San Antonio. So if that gives you a little bit of an idea of where I went, that's where I went. And I drove with Amber, who is she's a director under Tracy here in Santa Bliss, and 2 of her team members who also were invited to go. And it was a 14-hour plus, right, with potty breaks, and we need to eat, and oh my gosh, I need to find a Gatorade Zero somewhere. We had a lot of stops on the way down, but it was a long drive. But I will tell you, I will take that long drive every single day of the week in order to be involved in this leadership retreat, because I am now walking away with so much more than just I went to a retreat. I am walking away with more confidence in myself, with more drive and intention in my business, with more connections that I made, like connections with people, right, who are also just like me, right? They work outside the home. They've got kids. Maybe they've got grandkids. Maybe they feel like they haven't been doing quite enough in their business. Maybe they feel like they could be doing more. Maybe they think they could be a better leader. Maybe they think that they don't know what else to do, right? But I want to grow my business, but I want to make this happen. Like all of these things, right? All of these things are the ties that bind us together. And being able to be in an environment of these like-minded people, completely priceless to be in this environment. And of course, I got to be with one of my best friends, which is April. I love April to death. We are not on the same team, right? Well, we're in the same downline, right? But we're not on the same team. You will find, those of you who are newer to Scentsy or just stepping back into Scentsy, I want you to understand and realize this above all else, that when you are in this community, you are going to find people that truly love you for you. And I am not saying love in like this lovey-dovey, super artificial way. I am saying, like, I love my husband, I love my kids, I love my grandson, I love the things, right? But these connections that we make with our fellow consultants, whether they are in the same downline, the same team, the same group, the whatever, it doesn't matter. These connections that you make are unbreakable. And these are truly the ties that will bind you. These are the ties that will bind you to doing what is best for you. And I've learned this the hard way. I have been in Scentsy since 2012. I really started growing my business since 2013. It was about a year in that I actually decided it was a business and I was going to actually do something with it rather than it just being a hobby. I have met a lot of people over this time. I've met a lot of people. I've made a lot of connections. A lot of people would reach out to me because they would see me on YouTube, and I just became known as the YouTube Jacqui. And that's just kind of how I became known. Nobody really knew me. Nobody really understood me. Nobody really cared about me. But I will tell you, some of these people, April and Amber, some of these people have made such an impact on me personally that it has completely changed the trajectory of not just my Scentsy business. You can put my Scentsy business on that back burner over there for a hot second. But me as a person, me as an individual, you are going to find people that you connect with on such a deep level that don't just like you for what you can do for them or for how popular you might be in Scentsy. They are going to connect with you because of you. And those are your people. And I can tell you with complete utmost certainty that the 24 other people, because I think there was 25 total, the 24 other people that I spent this last week with were my people. They could care less how many YouTube videos I've done, how much I may have helped them in their business, how much I may have not helped them, how much we connect or we don't connect or whatever. Like, we made connections. And when we talk about making connections with our customers and building relationships and things like that in our business, like, that is true, right? Like, we are in a relationship building business. That is what we are here for. That's what sets us apart from the big box stores. That's what sets us apart from other companies, other people they can go buy from, other whatevers. I don't care what you want to call it. I really don't. But this is what sets us apart. It's the connections that we make. So I have walked away from this past week feeling like our theme was boots, right? We were in Texas. Hello. Of course, we were going to talk about boots and all the, rodeo theme. My boots were filled this last week. I am so excited to be able to bring back to you guys the excitement, the connections, the knowledge, the input, the guidance, the advice, the tips, all the things that I have just soaked in over the last week. It is unremarkable. Okay? It is unremarkable. I came into my office, like I said, I got in at about 3 a.m. last night. Of course, I came in, I unpacked my car, I brought everything in, I kind of unpacked a little bit, and then I literally rolled into bed with my husband. I was like, I am exhausted. We'd been on the road for 15 plus-ish hours, right? Like, it was a hot mess, but we did it. We made it. We did it. I was exhausted. But I woke up this morning, mid-morning, because, I went to bed at 3 o'clock. Mid-morning, because I have today off. I do have to go back to work tomorrow, so, work life starts again tomorrow. But I woke up this morning with this feeling of I am being called to share. I am being called, however you want to look at that, I am being called to be able to bring you guys information, the things that are on my heart. The things that not only I want to accomplish, but that I want you to accomplish when it comes to Scentsy. You want to call this a business, you want to call this a hobby, you want to call this a side hustle, you want to call this an MLM. I don't really give a flying frick what you decide to call this. All I know is, for one, you are going to make amazing connections with people, real connections with people that you would never make, okay? You will also find that this is going to be something that will actually pour into you as a human and help you to be a better person. And then on the back end of that, of course, you have, hey, I'm going to make some money off of this. How many of you out there are just like me, right, and are on TikTok, okay? Do you see these people out there like, oh, I'm making thousands of dollars per day on TikTok just for people watching my videos. Okay, I want to put things out there that actually make a difference. I want to actually make a difference with people. And while sure I can go on TikTok and yeah, I can try and go viral and yeah, I can try and do all the things. That's awesome. But at the end of the day, this is where my happy comes from. Is this right here. This connection and this understanding and this working towards the same goal comes into play. So I'm not going to lie. I took a lot of notes. I took a lot of notes this last week. So coming up in our weekly trainings, we're going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot to talk about. I got to chat on Zoom, with Michael Borg from Scentsy. Okay, so how to be effective in different ways. That was an amazing concept. Another thing was recognition, which I think that I can definitely step up in when it comes to recognition. Not just, and for those of you who are like me, who are like, when you think of recognition, maybe you just think of your team. This is also recognition when it comes to your customers. So we are going to dig into this concept as well. We're also going to dig into the concept of reminding. There's a huge hole that I have now recently discovered that I have been missing in my business. Of course, we're going to talk about social media. I love my social media. That is how my business runs. But I have a whole list of notes that I took during our social media topic. So I have lots of things that I want to share with that. Then I have a whole thing about community, which I've just kind of talked about, well, in a roundabout way, about community, right? And how we can build upon that. So I've got that as well. I also have onboarding. I also have so many other hard touch points. I'm going to show you, let's do a screen share type of trainings that are going to be coming up this month. But out of this last week, I have just completely done a complete reboot of how I want my Scentsy business, how I want my team, how I want my online presence, how I want to share with all of you. All of that has completely gotten an upgrade. And I'm so excited to be able to do that with you. So, all of that to say, and you may think like there's nothing really here that I can take away, Jacqui. Okay, so let me do some takeaways. Let's take a look at Jacqui's board. All right, so I've come into my office, right? We're back here into my office. It's a brand new month. It was the first of the month. I did that from a hotel bed. I did first of the month from a hotel bed. We were in Eastland, Texas, I think, on May 1st. So that was fun. And we always talk about how we're able to work our business from anywhere. Well, if this is not the truth, I don't know what is. We were literally able to work our business from the road. Okay. From the road, had my laptop out, was able to get all of the things out. Got in some pre-orders for customers. I was able to close out one of my own parties. So I was able to get, which I cannot wait for it to arrive, one of the warmers that I've been just waiting on. And that was the cute as a button, or the mushroom warmer. I'm so excited to get it. But I was closing out a party that myself as a consultant, I was the host on. So I was like, all right, I'm going to use these host rewards. So I was able to do that and get that warmer and get a few other things. So I cannot wait for those things to get in. But if you don't understand the concept of being able to work your business from anywhere, let me tell you, you can work it from anywhere, my friends, anywhere. So today, of course, I got home, I unpacked it, did all the things. I did not make it to the gym, but you know, all right, that's fine. I'll take care of that tomorrow. All right, so I've redone my board for the new month of May. So up here I've got our join promo. We've got the join promo this month. During the month of May, if you join in May, if you get the $99 kit, which is our regular kit, you also get 15 bars of our new spring and summer scents, which is just a phenomenal deal. I wish that a lot of these join specials had been happening back in 2012 when I had joined. I probably would have done a lot more with it, but whatever. C'est la vie. I've got my trainings up here. So for me personally, the things that I want to be sharing with you guys, some of those things, just so you know, so you have a heads up. So if you do follow me on YouTube, if you're looking for a reason, or if you're just looking for somebody to connect with, I am here for that. LTO, pre-sales, and marketing, we're going to go over that. I'm going to show exactly how I do that. Reporting, we're going to go over a whole rebrand training of reporting and how you can do that out of your workstation. And it does not matter if you are a certified consultant, a lead consultant, or above. All of these things are going to ring true for you. We're also going to talk about follow-ups this month. We're going to do some Canva hands-on training, so that's coming up. And of course, we're going to talk about promotion focus, because one of the things that I took away from this past week was helping my team and my group in promoting. So that's one of the focuses that I personally have as we go forward. In May, we do have some curated bundles that are on special. We've got our No Mess, No Stress bundle. We've got our Retreat and Recharge bundle. We've got our Summer Yearnings bundle. So some really fantastic bundles to take advantage of. We've got some LTOs. We had on the first, we had our mental health awareness, and we had our Star Wars come out just this past Monday. Again, I was in Eastland, Texas when this happened, so we had our Father's Day and summer collection early access come up. Next week, we've got our Black Raspberry Vanilla Scentspiration that comes out, and you guys, I had an opportunity to smell these. Amazing. And then towards the end of the month, and these are just the ones that are planned. These are not the ones that are surprises. These are just the ones that are planned. On 5/27, on May 27th, we have our Disney Pixar Inside Out launch. I'm so excited for this. I am a huge fan of the movie Pixar's Inside Out for many, many reasons. It also rings true with my youngest daughter, very, very much so. I remember when we first watched the movie. If you've ever seen the movie, then you know. But one of the things that I remember her telling me was, that's how I see my brain working, right? Like, she completely resonated with that. And ever since I saw that movie, I always have those moments of like, this is a core memory, or this, like I have those little characters in my head when I think of myself and my life and big moments. And this launch is going to be huge. This movie in and of itself, if you haven't seen the trailer for the new Inside Out 2 movie that's coming out, it does come out with a new emotion, and that is anxiety. And I know I used to be the poster child for anxiety, but now, hello, Pixar's taken that over. So I fully resonate with that character, but I just feel that it is so great, and it completely ties in with our mental health awareness in this month. And so I love that we're getting that opportunity. So that's something that I'm personally looking forward to. And then of course we've got our Noche de San Juan collection, which is a fantastic collection, a wax collection and a warmer that celebrates Puerto Rico. All of my Puerto Ricans, I love you. Okay, but lots of love happening there. So that's a big collection that is also coming. So I'm excited for that. So that's one of the things, now that I'm at home, here in my office, I'm getting those things done. I've completely unpacked. I've gotten all of that done. Put away my clothes. I think my last batch of laundry is in the dryer now. So I'm almost like back to normal. Starting tomorrow, I'm really back to normal, going back to work, school, gym, the whole 9 yards. So jumping full force back into regular everyday life. But I couldn't, I have so much, like I said, so much and it's not even hands-on training. It is more introspect. I don't even know how to describe it, because it's a feeling, right? It's like love. I love you, right? You don't see it, you feel it, you know it. You know that it's there. What I have in my heart right now from this past week is there. Can I put it into words? Probably not. I hope to. I try to. I am going to try to as I roll out the training this month and into June. But the main thing that I can take away from this last week has been community, and that complete feeling of connection with other people who, again, have all the same, if not more, struggles than I do, right? Like, I know I'm busy and I'm crazy and my life is insane. Trust me, there are others out there just like us who not only have all of that, but maybe they've got physical problems, health problems, family issues, all kinds of other issues that are happening that we don't know about. But at the end of the day, we can all connect on a level of, this is where we are. These are the people that represent our community in this business and what we do for this business. And it's a very humbling prospect. It's a very humbling prospect to know that even though you may talk online to other people, other consultants, and you may think, oh my gosh, I just love them, they're amazing, they seem to have everything together. Let me just tell you right here and right now, nobody has it all together. Nobody has it all together. And if you were to really look behind the scenes, pull back the curtain, you would see that maybe some of the same struggles that you are struggling with, there are others who are struggling with it as well, but who are also working forward in their Scentsy business to make this business be something greater than it is. When I decided to go back and finish my RN degree, I'm going to go ahead. I've decided I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stay in the operating room. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to stay in the operating room. I'm going to stay in the emergency room. Those are just, that's my jam. That's just kind of where I want to be. But going back to school is a big thing. It's a big time commitment. It's a big financial commitment. It's a big commitment overall. And I work full-time, and I work this business full-time. Even though I do have a full-time job, I also work this business full-time. And where I get my happiness is from seeing other people using this business to fulfill the dreams that they have for themselves, for their family, for the things that they want to achieve. If you were to have asked me back in 2020 when all the craziness in the world turned upside down, Jacqui, do you ever see yourself doing something? Because at that time, I had already retired. I had officially retired from my career with the health system that I was formerly with, right? I had been there for 15 years. I'd literally worked my way up into management and hospital management in a corporate level. And if you don't know, then you don't know, but that is it was a big thing for me to get to where I was. And I officially retired from that with a great severance package. That was fantastic. I had put a lot into the company, into the health system, and I truly thought I was just going to come home. I was going to be a mom. I was hopefully going to be, I didn't even know I was going to be a grandma at that time, but I was like, hopefully I'll be a grandma soon. I will work from home. I will do this business from home. And then when I got home is when I realized that there was still something that was nagging at me, and that was something that I had started back in 2005. And I knew I wanted to finish what I had started. Not for any other reason than to finish something that I had started for me. And if I can give you guys any sense of anything, advice, encouragement, anything at all, it would be to do what you need to do for you. So if you're like me, if you started something years ago, decades ago, and never finished it, and it's always weighed heavy on you, I'm going to tell you right here and right now, go for it. We have the opportunity to touch a lot of lives. I love Scentsy. I will never walk away from Scentsy. But being a mother, being a grandmother, working in the operating room and helping people every single day and being a part of that entire process is something that completely fulfills me. And yes, it's a lot on my plate, a lot of days. But would I rather make an impact, or would I rather just stay at home? I would rather make an impact. And if I can also help you to make an impact with this business, then that's what I will do. And that's what I will push myself to do every single day, is to make an impact with you, for you, so you can do this. Just recently, we had Chloe and Justin Cox, who were officially put into our circle of excellence. And it is a huge honor within Scentsy. And when I look back at not only just my time with Scentsy, but people who I have had the opportunity to talk with and to meet and to follow along their journeys, Chloe has definitely been one of those people. And to see her utilizing what she's been able to do with Scentsy to not only forward her family and her life, but also like just to be a presence overall and to touch so many other people, that is something that I would aspire to do. So I want to leave you today with the belief of knowing, as we are officially in May, we're officially in a new month. It is a whole new calendar year when it comes to Scentsy, so working towards those big goals of annual mentor, annual sales. These are things that I want you guys to help you to realize that you may not think that you're able or capable of doing these things, but you are. And I want you to understand and realize that you are not alone, even though you may feel, just like me, very alone a lot of days. Like you are on an island doing this thing and nobody knows what you're doing and nobody sees all the work and the time and the effort that you're putting in. I see you. I see you, and I know that if you want this as bad as I want this, and if you want to make a difference in your life, in the life of your family, in the life of others, in the life of your team, to bless other people, then you guys are right here with me when I say we have the opportunity to do all of this and more. So I hope that you will follow along on this journey with me as we go into May, as I've kind of talked about some of the topics that I'm going to be covering when it comes to training. For those of you in my team, in my group, you know that you are my number one focus at all times. I want to be better. So as we roll into May, as we roll into this new calendar year of Scentsy, as we are getting ready to go forward into SFR, into a whole new season with Scentsy when it comes into the fall and the winter and all of the things that are coming up. I am here. I am not going anywhere. I am here. I want to see you grow. I want to see you blossom. I want to see you do all of the things and more that you've been holding back. The things that have been holding you back. Whether that's personal, whether that's financial, whether that's emotional, whether it is family related, whatever it is, please know you are not alone in the struggles that you face every single day. And please understand that there are other people just like myself who are right there with you every single day, working to be better tomorrow, for the next day, for the next month, for the next round. We are all here working towards the same purpose, and I want you to join that purpose with me. I want to do that with you. I love you all. And if this week has taught me anything, it is to cherish the ties and the community that we have built within this little wax and warmers thing that we call Scentsy. And I hope that those of you that are watching this are going to be going to SFR. I am walking into SFR this year in 2024 in Orlando with an incredible new mindset that I had just last year. And I thought last year was good. This year is going to be amazing. We had, over this past week, the opportunity to talk to Heidi and Orville, and let me tell you, they are ready to pour into us. And for those of you who haven't yet had an opportunity to meet Heidi and Orville, just know your world is about to be rocked. As much as we love everybody else within Scentsy, you are about to experience a whole nother level when it comes to Heidi and Orville, and the love and compassion and devotion that they have to us as people, as individuals, not even counting when it comes to Scentsy. So let's go together. Let's do this together. Follow me in May. Follow me in June and July and August and September and October and November and December. And let's just continue to do this, because I'm ready. I'm in. 1,000% I'm in. And I am ready to pour into you. So let's move forward together, and let's have an incredible May. And let's look forward to all of these great things that I'm going to show you this month and what is to come. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.